Is there a shortcut to finding product market fit? Slack took 7 years, Airbnb took 5, and Ivan says he's been working on Notion for 10 years now. How much runway do you have? And is there a shortcut? I'm Matt Lerner from Startup Core Strengths. And let me explain. With any big hairy problem, like product market fit, you need to break it into parts. What are the parts and in what order should you attack them? That makes all the difference. So the parts of product market fit are obviously your product and your market. And then in between, you've got a need, you have a proposition, you have channels, and you have a business model. Now, no matter what, every startup always needs to start with the need, understanding the progress that people are struggling to make in their lives, what they're trying to do. That's why most great startups, most great products were built by people who are trying to scratch their own itch first. Now, the tricky part, this is the secret. Most people, the second thing they do is try to build the product. What I would suggest instead is to refine and iterate your proposition, because you can iterate language much faster than you can iterate code. So your proposition is nothing more than the promise you're making to customers about what you're going to help them do. So this is going to be a sentence or two. It's going to start with something like, now you can, or finally you can. And then you're going to pay it off with some really specific outcome, like cook restaurant quality meals at home, or make photo books in 5 minutes, or create custom landing pages with no coding required. So once you've figured out what you think is your proposition, show that to some people, one at a time, in person or on Zoom, and first just see if they understand it. Like, what do you think that's going to help you do? And then if they do, you need to find out if they're excited about it. Now remember the mom test. Just saying, oh, that sounds great, go build that, that's not validation. You need to see if you can get some kind of commitment. Would you pay $50 a month for that? Would you spend an hour a week beta testing our product? Would you be willing to introduce us to some investors? Those are serious commitments. Anyways, once you got a product that people are willing to make a commitment because they're that excited to use it, then throw up a landing page, put up some ads, and start driving traffic to it. And anyone who comes to that page and clicks buy, and you can quantitatively A/B test things at that point. Anyone who clicks buy, add them to your waiting list. They'll be excited to be on a waiting list, an exclusive first look access, and you'll have a bunch of potential beta testers and people who can look at wireframes and some validation to show your investors. So there's no getting around it. You still ultimately need to build an amazing product, but it's a lot easier if you start with a whole long list of people who are excited to use it. I hope you find this helpful, and if you do, we actually drop something like this, a video or an email every week. So visit startupcorestrengths.com and you can subscribe. Thanks.